Hello and welcome back to Film Posers for Boricuas ranting, raving, and reviewing cinema. Today we are going to be predicting the Golden Globes for the third time, and this time it's basically let's mess around and find out and just have fun with us. We're going to be trying to predict the Golden Globes for the third time in a row. We're only going to be doing films because if we did films and TV shows, it would be too long. And Gabriela is going to be moderating, so take us away.
Hello, it is me. It is time. I am back. Award season.
The award show that last year felt like it could have been an email will now literally be an email.
Yes. Can you believe that Emily in Paris ended the Golden Globes?
I could believe.
Because you know what? Impacto.
Exacto.
Sociocultural.
Honestly, we don't have to talk that much about TV because we all know Ted Lasso is going to sweep. If you would like to know our TV predictions, maybe we'll do a thread because it'll be easier. But let's talk about movies.
Let's talk about movies because we're also very competitive. If you have been following us from the very beginning, when award season rolls around, we get competitive. Friendships end. Nemesis are created.
Star Trek Nemesis is created, yes.
So yes, for us, award season, we like to have fun with it. So we're gonna have fun with our predictions, and we recognize the controversy for the Golden Globes. And yeah.
So we're basically like, we don't talk about Bruno, we don't talk about the Golden Globes, but let's predict.
Yes.
Let's start off with Best Original Song. Very fitting. I wish we don't talk about Bruno as here, but decisions were made. No Time to Die from No Time to Die. Shocker.
I know the DiCaprio points.
Here I Am, Singing My Way Home from Respect. Down to Joy from Belfast. Dos Oruguitas from Encanto. And Be Alive from King Richard.
So I'm going to kick this off and say, quite honestly, this is a very weak category in my opinion this year. I think some of the songs are not up to par to what I think the category should be. That being said, I love Dos Oruguitas. I would like to see it win. However, I think that Beyonce's gonna take this with King Richard, Be Alive. I like the song. I think it's really well done. I hate that it wasn't used during the movie because then it could have had more impact, but that's a decision the creators made. My prediction is Be Alive by King Richard. I think we're going to see that a couple of times during this award season. The upset is, well, No Time to Die by Billie Eilish, but I will criticize that song because I feel it's one of the weakest James Bond songs ever. And it's been so long since it came out last year, like literally in 2020, more or less. It came out during the early times of the pandemic. I forgot about it, and then I heard it in the movie, and I was like, not really here for it. So yeah, I think Beyonce could take this, and the upset is No Time to Die. But if Encanto wins, I'm not gonna be mad.
I'm with Juan on this one. So Beyonce is definitely gonna take this category because who doesn't love Beyonce, okay? And I kind of like No Time to Die, but it's because being me as a Billie Eilish fan. However,
that's definitely where it's gonna differ. Yeah.
However, it will be a very pleasant surprise to see Dos Oruguitas wins, even though that is not my favorite Encanto song.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Talk about Bruno is my favorite one.
No.
So I predict here that Be Alive is gonna win this one.
Josie and I are the odd ones out. We both went with Dos Oruguitas.
Yes, Dos Oruguitas supremacy. Because what you were mentioning, Juan, I think that the one thing holding Be Alive back is that it's an end credits song and it's not tied in with the song and with the movie. And Dos Oruguitas works so well with the movie, but it's like they're at opposite ends because Dos Oruguitas doesn't work as well on its own. While Be Alive is a banger on its own. So I think I want to go with Dos Oruguitas just because it's such a beautiful ballad and it holds so much emotion. Also, it's Lin-Manuel's first song in Spanish entirely. And a lot of people did love it when it came out. And a lot of people were impressed by it. So we shall see what happens. But Be Alive, it's definitely between those two.
Yeah. I Be Alive is definitely my upset. So yeah, it'll be between those two, but Dos Oruguitas Supremacy, honestly, the emotional impact that song had on me.
Best original score, Hans Zimmer for Dune, Alberto Iglesias for Parallel Mothers, Johnny Greenwood for The Power of the Dog, Jermaine Franco for Encanto, and Alexander Desplat for The French Dispatch.
Okay, so this is one of the categories where I think it's Hans Zimmer's. I'm predicting Dune. I think it's one of my favorite elements about the film itself. My upset, honestly, okay, I haven't seen French Dispatch, I haven't seen Power of the Dog. Parallel Mothers worked, but I wasn't living for it. So I actually want to put my upset as Encanto because I think it used music so beautifully. And just like Soul, the score itself was so entrancing that I just love it each time. And it's going to get better with each viewing. So yeah, I predict Dune, but the upset for me, I'd like to see it be Encanto.
Anna.
I'm sorry. This is a Hans Zimmer sweep in this category.
Spoiler alert, we all predicted Hans Zimmer for the
Oh my god, sit here and not predict my boy Hans Zimmer. That is unlike me to see Hans Zimmer and be like, this is not Hans category.
So we actually had the same upset.
Was it The Power of the Dog?
Yeah, because Johnny Greenwood, I really loved him. He had a good year. He had The Power of the Dog and he had Spencer. Unfortunately, Spencer isn't here, so let's go with The Power of the Dog. And then I actually do have a want, and I would love to see Encanto win for best score.
Yeah, I go with Hans because again, the thing about Hans is how his score always works so well in like this big blockbuster movies.
I have my reservations about the score that I will not be getting into. It has to do with culture, but I like the bagpipes.
But Johnny Greenwood's score in The Power of the Dog is spectacular.
Them strings.
It's so good. And if you go to like my most listened scores, it's Dune and
Johnny Greenwood did it. I think it's between those two.
And if Johnny Greenwood wins over my boy Hans, I'm not gonna be upset because again, The Power of the Dog is a banger.
So next up is Best Picture Foreign Language. We have Parallel Mothers, A Hero, The Hand of God, Drive My Car, and Compartment Number 6.
Yeah, I think we all agreed. All of our prediction is Drive My Car. I think it's definitely the front runner for this category. It has the most momentum.
Because you predicted it too.
I know. Am I happy that it's gonna win? No.
Yeah, a noticeable snub here. The worst person in the world.
Titan. Justice for Titan.
Maybe it's just the fact that ever since Drive My Car dropped in, I think it was TIFF, film Twitter has been crazy about it. That's all that's all people ever talked about. I still haven't seen the movie, but I'm really curious to see it.
I'm the only one who's seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen anything.
Has seen it. Okay.
Yeah, but I have seen Parallel Models, which we have a review available on our YouTube channel. Check it out.
Yes.
So basically, this just means Titan and The Worst Person in the World were snubbed. The Golden Globes clearly don't have rights. We know that.
Yeah.
We're all predicting Drive My Car. My upset is The Hand of God, which is where I differ.
I put my upset as Parallel Mothers because Almodovar is very loved.
Yeah, his name carries a lot of weight still within the film community, and I do think he has a strong chance.
His posters don't even say his full name; they just say a film by Almodovar, and everyone knows who he's talking about.
Oh yeah, literally.
And it's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I would love to see it win because of that final shot. Parallel Mothers to me was kind of like a give or take, but that final shot speaks words. It is his most political film. The Hand of God to me is not the strongest film, and I actually am not a big fan of it, but a lot of people have been loving it. So I think Hand of God and Parallel Mothers would be the clear upset, and Drive My Car should be the clear sweeper.
Am I gonna be happy about it? No.
Now, let's get into Best Animated Feature. Raya and the Last Dragon, My Sunny Man, Luca, Flea, Encanto. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about how the Golden Globes took out the front runner, Mitchell's versus the Machine, and cut it off at the legs.
Or Mitchell's versus the Machine.
Nuevamente, that's why the Golden Globes don't
They
have
no
rights.
rights.
No, let's be honest. The Mitchells versus the Machines is one of the best animated films of the year.
It is the best animated.
It is their comeback from which they don't need a comeback, but like they did Spider-Verse, they settled down, they took a break, estaban en un lugar tomando piña colada y regresaron y dijeron, ¿tú sabes qué? Let's teach these people how to make animated films. And they made Mitchell's versus the Machine, which is a nice niche film that is perfect for everyone in the family. So Mitchell's versus the Machines should be here, and we will not.
No, we won't.
No.
We won't.
And if that gets paid dust at the Oscars,
that is the best.
Pitchforks out.
Yeah.
Even if it does make it to the Oscars.
So what are your predictions?
So my prediction is Encanto. I see a lot of love being given to Encanto. My upset is Flea. Ever since I heard about Flea, Film Twitter has been loving that movie. I haven't seen it, but you know what? I trust them when it comes to that. And I would love to see Luca win. I really do. I think it's so beautiful. The scene, again, the movie itself is a work of art. It is visually stunning to look at. However, I do think Encanto's going to take this, and I definitely see a back and forth between Disney and Pixar. And I think since last year Pixar won, this year Disney's going to want to have the edge, unless you get Mitchell's and the Machine back in that conversation.
Yeah, por eso, that's why Mitchell's versus the Machines isn't there.
They would have won.
Yeah,
they would have swept the whole season.
Hell, I'm still salty over Toy Story 4 winning last year.
Sí. Literalmente, yo no sé quién fue, but someone did like, Anna, go ahead, because basically, spoiler alert, we're all predicting Encanto.
Yeah.
We're all predicting Encanto.
We're
all predicting
sharing a same brain.
Okay. I think we all agree.
Yeah.
Encanto is our prediction. A lot of people have been talking about Encanto ever since it dropped out. My Twitter feed has always been Encanto.
Because also Disney Plus really did help it. After it dropped on Disney Plus, there was clear, because we're still in a pandemic and people keep forgetting that, as we've seen now with what's happening with the Golden Globes, and Sundance. So clearly there are people that did not see it in theaters, and now they're being able to see it. And it's a film that a lot of people are loving, as much like Mitchell's versus the Machines was also #1 on Netflix for a long time. So these are clearly the two front runners of the season.
Yeah.
People love Encanto, so that is the one we're predicting. What is your upset though?
However, I wouldn't be surprised if Flea won.
Yeah, that's my upset too. Like Josie and I saw Flea at Sundance last year, and it's an incredible film. Like if it wins, I have zero complaints about it. It truly is an incredible film, and it's very unique. It's an animated documentary, and I personally have never seen a film like that before. And the story is very powerful. It's based on this true story about a refugee in Denmark, and it's a very powerful story. And honestly, if they want to do something different and want to award Flea, I'm okay with it.
So same boat. I'm predicting Encanto for the win, Flea for the upset, and I would love to see Luca.
Yeah. Is this the category that we all have the same one and upset?
I mean, listen, Luca wasn't the best animated film, but it was a nice film. And if I don't get Mitchell's, at least give me Luca. So next category is Best Screenplay Motion Picture. We have Aaron Sorkin being The Ricardos, Adam McKay for Don't Look Up, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, and Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza.
I'm going to start backwards real quick. I decided to put Don't Look Up as a would like to see, and here's why. I would like to choose violence in that category, just to see Twitter implode that one day, just to see everything crumble, to see a script that is mostly improv win the best original screenplay. I just think that'd be funny.
What was it? What was Borat?
Yeah, I'm still not over that. I'll never be over that.
The turntables, Juan.
there's a clear difference here, and it's that Borat is much better than Don't Look Up.
I still haven't seen
You're
Don't Look Up.
That's a big statement right there.
You're
Yeah.
upset. You're upset.
So my upset, here's the thing. Belfast, I'm going to predict later on in a bigger category, and I know it's screenplay, director, picture. I put Belfast as an upset. I've heard it's not the greatest script, but it's a nice story. I do see Golden Globes maybe leaning more towards Belfast. And Power of the Dog, I see more for adapted screenplay. So I didn't vote for Power of the Dog. I haven't seen it either. And I predict Licorice Pizza just because it's a very talky movie. They seem to really eat that up. And yeah, it feels like they'd give that to Paul Thomas Anderson. I mean, they haven't really given him much love before, so it seems like the right film to start for them.
So my prediction in this category is PTA. Again, I think I agree with Juan. A lot of people are talking about this film. It's been a while since PTA was in award season, and they're gonna eat him up, basically. No, the thing is, if Alana doesn't win in this category, which we're gonna talk about it like más adelante, at least screenplay it has a better chance of winning a category in here. However, I think that the upset could definitely be Belfast because there's a lot of talk with Belfast on film Twitter. I haven't seen it, but a lot of people are loving it. That is my upset.
You and I are opposing. I'm predicting Paul Thomas Anderson as well for Licorice Pizza for the win. And then I am predicting Jane Campion for the upset.
And here I am, the odd one out. My prediction is Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog. And my upset is PTA.
So for Best Director Motion Picture, we have Denis Villeneuve for Dune, Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, Maggie Gyllenhaal for The Lost Daughter, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, and Kenneth Branagh for Belfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil it real quick. We all predicted Jane Campion. It's Film Posers. It's female director supremacy. If you're new here, ya sabe. If you've been here, you know the tea.
Jane Campion is one of my favorite directors. Like, I will root for her. And Power of the Dog was one of my favorite films of last year. If there's going to be an upset in this category, it's going to be Steven Spielberg.
Stefan Spielberg.
Yeah,
and that worries me because, again, it's not no hate towards Spielberg because, Spielberg is one of the great directors. Like
Spielberg is childhood.
Yeah, Spielberg is comfort. Like, I associate Spielberg with comfort. But, him winning his next Oscar and that Oscar being West Side Story feels wrong.
That is the closer villain origin story.
That's the overall consensus.
Like, it's not.
Wait, Juan, what is your upset and what is your want?
Oh, my upset was West Side Story just because Golden Globes feel like the kind of show where they would love to award West Side Story. It's not doing well at the box office, let's be clear. It's not doing that well. And this would be a perfect chance to give it wins, to give it more momentum going into Oscar season, because we all know the Oscars are going to eat that up and give it a lot of nominations. That being said, I would like to see Denis Villeneuve win for Dune if Jane Campion can't win. I don't know why she can't win, but if they're not going to give it to Jane, I would like to see it go to Denis Villeneuve. I think what he did with Dune was incredible. He made a property that is already impossible to adapt possible. And I think that should be honored. And in the system where things make sense, it would happen. But we're at the Golden Globes, and you already know how that goes here. So, yeah, Jane Campion's my prediction. Upset Spielberg. Not the film he should win another award for, but we'll move on from that. And Denis Villeneuve, I would like to see happen if Jane Campion won't happen.
We should keep an eye on Maggie Gyllenhaal because the
I
film dropped and a lot of people are talking about it. So
I wouldn't be mad if she won, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised if she won on this one.
Yeah,
I mean, can we talk about the fact that we got 2 women nominated for direction
for the second year in a row? We're being spoiled.
Progress.
Yep. Progress.
2 white women.
The progress.
You know
This
what?
is the world we live in.
We take the crumbs.
And we eat them.
But in true honesty, I want Jade to win.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
So my prediction is Jane Campion. My want is Maggie Gyllenhaal, and my upset is Stefan Spielberg. Best performance is by a supporting actor in a motion picture. Cody Smith McPhee for The Power of the Dog, Troy Kutzer for Coda, Karen Hines for Belfast, Jamie Dornan, Belfast, and Ben Affleck, The Tender Bar.
Coda didn't get much love here in this award show. It's a beautiful film. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
We got
him. We
got
Troy.
Troy.
Yeah, and
Throwback.
I put him down as my prediction. I would love to see Troy win for this film. I think what he did was fantastic. One of my favorite performances. And in this category, there is no front runner, but this award show is the chance to build a front runner going into award season. And I would like it to be Troy Kutzer from Coda. My upset is Cody Smith McPhee from The Power of the Dog. I've heard a lot of good things about his performance, but really, I would love to see Coda win. Coda supremacy. That's it.
Yeah, my prediction is Troy. That was a really powerful performance, especially the last scene, Chef's Kiss.
Yes.
However, yo quiero decir de dónde salió Ben Affleck. ¿Qué película es esa?
Didn't that just come out?
First
Yeah.
time I'm hearing that movie.
I thought he was nominated.
Nobody's
Like,
talking about it.
On Twitter for a bit, and then it went away.
Yeah, I feel like I saw like the poster on film Twitter, and that was it.
I just saw a sneak peek photo of him at the bar.
Can I be honest? I saw Ben Affleck and I thought they nominated him for The Last Duel, and I'm like, well, it's the Golden Globes. That would make sense.
I thought it was for The Last Duel.
Yeah, I thought they would do that. They seem like
Yeah.
the wig.
For what?
The wig.
it's the Golden Globes. What makes sense?
Nothing makes sense.
Exactly.
So, I am predicting Troy Kutzer for Coda. And so I'm pretty sure I might be wrong. If I'm not, hey. What am I, an Oscar pundit? No. I'm predicting for an upset Jamie Dornan for Belfast, because I think Jamie Dornan has more chance at the Golden Globes, while Cody Smith McPhee seems more like a possible chance for the Oscars.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. My prediction is Troy. Again, love Coda, one of my favorite films from last year. And my upset is Jamie Dornan. I feel like Jamie has been building a lot of momentum as well for his performance in Belfast. So I think he might have a chance. And I would love to see Cody Smith McPhee win for Power of the Dog. Honestly, my two front runners for Best Supporting Actor are Troy and Cody. Like, I have them both together because I love their performances. But yeah, my upset is Jamie Dornan as well.
Best performance by a supporting actress in a motion picture. We have Ruth Negga for Passing, Anjanou Ellis for King Richard, Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, and Catriona Balfe for Belfast. Cut to the chase. We're all predicting Ariana DeBose for
Yeah.
West Side Story.
It's
We have been saying this. I have been saying this for over a year. It's historically an Oscar-winning role. Garrita Moreno, her Oscar. First Latina to win an Oscar. Ariana kicked it, like she hit it out of the park. She did everything she could with that role and exceeded. So yeah, she's our overall prediction for Best Supporting Actress.
She's the only good thing that came out of this film.
it's also the film's strongest chance at
Yeah.
winning at this award show, to be honest. It's the most secure win.
Yeah. And then so you guys predicted Ariana DeBose for winner. Juan, you have an upset.
Yeah, as someone who saw King Richard, I thought Anjanou Ellis carries that film. She is the heart of this film. She gives it her all. Her performance is perhaps one of the best things about it. And if Ariana DeBose does not win, I feel it has to go to her, because really, what she does is something that in a sports biopic you might see as like, oh, the supportive wife role, it's already been done before. But what she adds to it is something that is so wonderful that I just feel it should be awarded. So yeah, I think it's really between those two.
Yeah, lo poco que yo pude ver de King Richard, she was really good. And a lot of
Mhm.
people think that she carries the film to the like equal to Will Smith. So she is my upset as well. And my want is Ruth Negga for Passing. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, comedy, or musical. Leonardo DiCaprio for Don't Look Up, Peter Dinklage for Cyrano, Andrew Garfield for Tick Tick Boom, Cooper Hoffman for Licorice Pizza, Anthony Ramos for In the Heights.
The cheater.
Let's cut to the chase.
Spoiler alert.
We all predicted Andrew Garfield for Tick Tick Boom. We all predicted Leonardo DiCaprio for the upset for Don't Look Up. And Juan, you are the one to put a want.
Yeah, I want Anthony Ramos to win for In the Heights. You know, it didn't get much love, and I think he does a really great job. And you know, if Andrew Garfield can't win again, I put him as who I would like to see win. But yeah, I think it's really going to Garfield.
Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, comedy, or musical. Rachel Zegler for West Side Story, Emma Stone for Cruella, Jennifer Lawrence, Don't Look Up, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, Marianne Cotillard for Annette. Here we are kind of all over the place.
Yeah. I predict Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza. Got a lot of buzz for that role. Licorice Pizza is also one of those films that I see Golden Globes eating up and really enjoying. And I feel they would want to reward a newcomer, Alana Haim. My upset is Rachel Zegler. I have not seen the movie. I cannot comment on her performance. I will say that, like it's already been said, West Side Story, it seems like the film that they'd want to award at this award show. But I would like to see Alana Haim take it, just to see a new face take it. And if anything, I would be happy with seeing Jennifer Lawrence win that award, because I like Jennifer Lawrence.
I predicted Alana Haim because, again, it is her first role, her first major role, and she actually did a pretty good job, not gonna lie. And she's been getting a lot of buzz from it, and just film Twitter is eating her up. So I think she can win this one.
Yeah, I also predicted Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, and as my upset, Rachel Zegler for West Side Story.
And here's where I differ. My prediction is Rachel Zegler. I feel like the Golden Globes will be the ones to award her. Again, if West Side Story is going to get love at an award show, it's going to be at the Golden Globes. So I think Rachel Zegler is going to win, but my upset is Alana Haim. And my want is Jennifer Lawrence. Again, I love Jennifer Lawrence. It's her big comeback after 3 years. So
yeah.
And she was good in the movie. The rest of the movie is debatable, but she was good.
Best motion picture, musical, or comedy. Cyrano, Don't Look Up, Licorice Pizza, Tick Tick Boom, and West Side Story.
I hate it here.
Yeah, we all picked West Side Story.
We don't need to get into it. Did it hurt to put that prediction?
Yes.
Am I dead on the inside because of that? Yes.
Yes. My upset is actually Don't Look Up, because I hear a lot of people in the industry really like that movie. It is a very divisive film, and is very much one that I feel will get conversations going, maybe, and it's not very popular on Netflix. So I wouldn't count that out. That's why I put it as an upset. And I would like to see Tick Tick Boom win this. I haven't seen it, but you know what? I've heard such good things about it, and it has MJ Rodriguez. You know I love Pose. So the minute I found out she was there, it's like, ja, okay. That's why I'd like to see take it, but I don't trust the Golden Globes. Next.
Yeah, my upset as well as Josie's is Tick Tick Boom. We're big Tick Tick Boom lovers here, and we would love to see it win. In an ideal world, it wouldn't win Best Musical, because it was the best musical of 2021.
It really was. Like live action, it was the best musical.
So yes, my upset is Tick Tick Boom, because even though I have my opinions for this movie, I do certainly agree that a lot of people are liking it, and Andrew Garfield's performance were pretty great on this one. So it wouldn't be surprising if Tick Tick Boom was actually the one that won in this category.
Yeah. So I am predicting West Side Story for the win and then Tick Tick Boom for the upset. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama. Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Will Smith for King Richard, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, and Mahershala Ali for Swan Song.
Yeah, I predict Will Smith for King Richard. It's very much an Oscar bait role. I didn't like his character in the movie. I still think he did a phenomenal job. It's probably one of his best performances I've seen of him in a dramatic role. So he's my prediction. The upset is Benedict Cumberbatch. I think it's always going to be between those two during this award season, but I wouldn't count out Denzel Washington for Macbeth. However, front runner feels like Smith. Cumberbatch could feel maybe take BAFTA or SAG.
Mhm.
Yeah, I predicted Will Smith because it's been a while since he was in award season, and this one, like Juan said, it is a major Oscar bait. But again, I feel like he did a pretty good job in this film.
Mhm.
I think he's gonna win this one. Yeah, I predict Will Smith.
I'm predicting Will Smith for the win, Benedict Cumberbatch for the upset, and then I would love to see Denzel Washington win. Yes.
So I am predicting Benedict Cumberbatch. I loved him in The Power of the Dog. It was a role so different than from what he has previously done. And his character was terrifying. And I loved it. I think it was great. And yeah, I think he might have a shot, but my upset is Will Smith. And my want is obviously Denzel, because The Tragedy of Macbeth. We are big Tragedy of Macbeth stans. Check out our review.
Best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama. Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, Lady Gaga for House of Gucci, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer.
I'm still traumatized from last year's Best Actress race. So I can never look at Best Actress the same ever again.
We all predicted Kristen Stewart for Spencer. Fantastic job. She really killed it.
Yeah, we have the same upset too.
Jessica
Yeah.
Chastain. Yes.
Kristen Stewart is the front runner.
Yeah.
I think award season just really loves transformative roles, and Kristen Stewart definitely did that. But also Jessica Chastain, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. She's a double nominee in TV and movie.
Yeah. There's something you learn is that double nominee means nothing. So
I know, but that just shows how great of a job she's done in roles that the Academy is recognizing her.
I like The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and the best part of Spencer was Kristen's performance.
Yes.
So yes, I'm predicting Kristen Stewart for Spencer because she's the clear front runner. Jessica Chastain is a clear upset because she just gives herself to the role so well. And then I also put Olivia Colman as a want.
And
Because, I mean, that one scene where she's just yelling at the kids in the movie theater, and it's
We
like,
all felt that.
yes, be a Karen. We love to see it. The theater is sacred.
We all were Olivia Colman in that one scene.
not all of us. I put as a want because look, I liked House of Gucci. I put Lady Gaga as my want. The Golden Globes love her. I thought she was amazing.
Yeah, she was the best part of that film.
Father.
Yeah, she really carried it. And she
So-
had impact.
So the final category, best motion picture drama, The Power of the Dog, King Richard, Dune, Coda, and Belfast.
I think we
Okay.
all want Coda to win on this one.
Yeah, we all.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We're not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah.
So we definitely have our predictions vary, our upsets vary, but we all want Coda to win. My prediction is Belfast, unfortunately. I haven't finished seeing it, so don't take that comment to the heart if you love this film. I just think there were better films this year, but I do think Belfast might win. And my upset is The Power of the Dog. If it's gonna be between any two films, it's those two. I mean, as we've been seeing it at award shows, and as we've been seeing in festivals, those two are like this.
Neck and neck, yeah. And Belfast feels very much like the film that the Golden Globes would eat it up and enjoy and award, because it's like very much an awards bait kind of film. It kind of checks all the boxes, even if it's not the strongest piece. Haven't seen it, haven't heard amazing things, but yeah, I predicted Belfast. I want to see Gola win, and my upset is Power of the Dog, because like Josie said, it's neck and neck between those two.
I feel like we could be seeing another Roma where Belfast might be like tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. The Golden Globes will definitely set a precedent. But if Belfast wins the Golden Globes, it feels like a Roma. We'll see it win. And then at the Oscars, it's going to be like, what?
Yeah.
As much as I want Coda to win, I feel that Belfast can win as much as I don't want to.
Oh, like I'm not the biggest fan of Power the Dog, but I would rather Power the Dog win. But
Yeah.
of course, we want Coda.
We want Coda because it feels like Coda, everybody can connect with Coda. But Belfast is such a niche film that just film Twitter is gonna love and eat it up.
Good thing you mentioned film. We always mention film Twitter. I feel like this award season, at least the Golden Globes, it's very much tailored to film Twitter. I don't feel there's a lot of excitement in terms of a lot of the nominees. Feels very much like más de lo mismo, very much business as usual. Like we see the ones that will go.
See,
¿Dónde está Eternals?
¿Dónde está
Yeah.
Titán? Worst person in the world.
Wait, let's go back to the Eternals conversation.
That would be a whole separate video.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I defer. In this house, I am a Jane Campion stan. So in my prediction is The Power of the Dog, and my upset is Belfast. Yes, that's it. You know how much I love The Power of the Dog. I don't need to get into it anymore. But I do think it has a chance. History-wise, it would be the first time that a woman will win director and picture at the Golden Globes. The second time. We're really being spoiled.
Crumbs. The crumbs of the crumbs. That's
Anyway.
what we're getting from the industry.
I want to see Jane finally get recognized because she deserves it. So
She has a Criterion collection.
yes.
Not many people can say.
And she's one of the-
Where's the Criterion for A Cat in the Hat?
Thank you.
where's
I've
the
been waiting.
criterion for Paddington? I don't see it.
Paddington. Okay, anyway. This is about to get heated. Those were our predictions for the Golden Globes.
always just chaos.
Please let us know what you're predicting. If anything, we'll post a thread of our predictions for TV on our Twitter. And yes, again, thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends, turn on the little notification bell. You can follow Film Posers at Film Posers on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, we're on YouTube, so please subscribe. And yes, remember, we're all film posers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.